Yeah, that shit is crazy. All right, let's move on. So let's fast track back a little bit to. Has it been 2 years now? Might be.
Damn, has it been 2 years?
November of some year. I remember it was in November when I hit you up.
Right.
Well, let's start with the pod first. How did you feel about when I first asked you to be a regular on the pod?
So truthfully, and this is where my part-time selfishness kicks in, and you said let's pod for real.
Yeah, let's pod, bro.
When you first invited me, my first thing was to make sure that whatever heat I had going on does not stop in any way, shape, or form while I'm gone. That was the first thing. Because I quickly realized that the community at least knew I existed. I'll never forget the stream where when Low came through, tweeted, and then typed in my chat that your content sucks. He was trolling. But I don't know if he didn't know I was trolling to this day, but I fake cried on the stream. I don't know if he knows I was trolling or not. Then Rusty shouted me out. Obviously you tagged me and shit like that. Like half of the community just one random day just discovered who the fuck I was, and then ever since then accepted me. So when I knew I had momentum like that, then I just dropped another 100K video. I don't know if it was the Celtics or some Lakers video, probably the Kuzma one. But some videos, I'm like, I'm all right, I'm cooking. Let me make sure that while I'm making friends, I don't burn myself out or burn too bright and just be this temporary trend of the moment. I don't want to be a one-hit wonder. But the reason that I inevitably decided to stay was because one, it was very it also had several positives. Obviously working with B-Souls, obviously working with Omar, even Damo to a degree, who had it good in the NBA streets. I was like, okay, I have a positive there. And then two, more importantly, I just had fun. I just immediately had fun. Now, there were times where I heavily gave a fuck about that chat, and ultimately not being accepted was new for me as a creator. And that's what really resonated, that I think that Keep It a Buck chat will never understand, is that was the first time I was publicly on a platform and people just did not fuck with me. It's one thing if right now, if SLZ just starts spamming L Sage, this nigga's rambling, whatever, I'm numb to it now. If my own chat says I have an L take, numb to it now. But even back then, it was my own chat. I could explain myself because I knew they at least understood who I was. But when I hopped on that platform, essentially made it my own, and it was just like, nah, this nigga's ass. Nah, this nigga's chat. Nah, this nigga don't do research. I was like, damn, what the fuck? I'm not even doing anything different. So it took me a while to really truly open up mentally to it. But over time, I started rocking with my dogs. By the way, stop asking me who's my least favorite member. Should get note. But yeah, I started rocking with my dogs, and then eventually, even then, there's some of them little nigglets and chat I fuck with. So it's nice to say that I'm at a point where I'm at peace with the podcast. And then Souls and Sage is its own little character arc, obviously.
Nah, that's dope. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of seeing it with Dom too, with Player's Choice. I looked at it the last live stream he did. They do a show called The Panel with the biggest stars of the show or whatever.
I gotta see his episode.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, it was him versus Ticket, and I kid you not, the whole chat. And this is new territory for me because our chat, they love Damo for the most part, right? On any Twitter space, obviously his own streams, everyone loves Damo. And then I see the chat, literally everyone is just calling them budget low. Low value, great value low, bro. And that was just, so I kind of saw that in your experience too, coming on Let's Keep It a Buck. And that was honestly my next question. Do you feel because if it sounds like at some point you didn't feel appreciated, clearly. Do you now feel appreciated by the Let's Keep It a Buck community? If not, how does that make you feel, etc., etc.?
So I don't want to sound like a man that needs his dick sucked, but to answer it plainly, by you niggas 100%, there was a little bit, because I have trust issues, so I always held back a little bit. The holding back the pod thing was probably the most valid criticism, because I was making sure I didn't throw all my jokes, all my eggs into one basket, and then just one day, yeah, fuck you. So I had to be hesitant there. But eventually I wasn't, or at least trying not to. So with my dogs off air, stamp, I fuck with y'all. The community, truthfully, nah, I don't feel. And it's cause everybody has their everybody has their like niche. I feel like I'm the only person on the pod that's misunderstood. I feel like I'm the only person on the pod that people can't resonate with. Like with Souls, let's be blunt. We know how this content creator shit is, and I'm not saying my nigga Souls is a bot. With Souls, you know he's gonna blur out some random shit at some point in time. It's gonna be funny and or hilariously stupid to the point where it's like, all right, next topic. With Omar, he's gonna say something insanely controversial, something that 99% of people won't agree with, and only Omar would stand on its 10 toes. With Damo, he's gonna say the complete opposite of what a normal answer would be. So then there's Sage, who is like sometimes Damo, sometimes Omar, and sometimes Souls. Who the fuck is this dude? That's how y'all see it. Then you go to my own channel, especially when it was going up at the time when people were like, all right, who the fuck is this dude? Let's search up his channel. Your age junior. So I'm like, oh shit. So I'm like, damn, I'm fucking nobody. I ain't got no fucking personality type shit, at least to these niggas. So over time, the reason why I still say it's no is because I feel like either A, they're still in the past notions, because sometimes to this day, I'm still just chatting. I still haven't done research or something like that. Like people, like it's the same shit no matter what I do. Or two, ultimately, I haven't had a character on the podcast. I have a character on my channel. I damn well have a character on Souls and Sage, but I don't have a character on Let's Keep It a Buck. And I don't mean to say character in the sense of like niggas is acting on screen or not, but everybody, like, you know what you watch Kais and that.
No, I know what you mean. I know
like
what you mean.
Like, you know what that is. And I don't have that on Keep It a Buck, I should say. I've had a couple of ideas, but then executing them, I'd be like, nah, I'd look real cringe doing that shit. And I've even tried to convert like streamer Sage to streamer podcast. For example, the freestyle thing. That's my intro. Like that's my stream intro. It's one of my 4 songs on the intro. I have a long ass intro. And at first it worked. Second time, third time niggas was booing me. So so I'm working on what our pod needs as a character. Still haven't found it, but at least the do-rag bit is something that will forever be at this point.
I'm gonna be honest. This is just coming from my perspective. I don't even think it's a matter of like what you say on the pod. I truly think it's like the interactivity that you have with the community outside of the podcast. Now, let me preface this because we've had these conversations too off air, right? I don't blame you. I don't blame you, right? We always talk about, yo, motherfuckers really need to touch grass, bro. Motherfuckers need to stop being chronically online. And I think, you know, when we have those conversations, it is pretty hypocritical when me, Dom, and I don't know if he's going to admit to it or not, Omar be on Spaces 24/7, bro.
I'm glad you're saying it right now, bro.
Omar be on Spaces 24/7. Dom was on Discord and on Twitter a lot now, especially now that like he's doing this full time. Same thing with me. I'm on Twitter Spaces. I'm streaming. I'm chronically. I'm gonna just say I'm chronically online. So when you come in and you know you're not as interactive with us, in the Discord and on Twitter Spaces, people feel like you're lacking. But it's also like, yo, if he doesn't want to be chronically online, if he has shit to do, if he actually wants to touch grass, work out, hang out with real friends, I can't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't blame you, bro. Like, I can't. So it's a tough balance, though. Like, it is a tough balance. But I also get where the Discord is coming from in terms of they're looking at what me, Dom, and Omar are doing, and it's like you're never in the Twitter Spaces. You're not in VC that much. You know what I'm saying? But again, with the context that I understand why, though. So
yeah. It's not a right or wrong thing because it's just two truths. Like, I can't like, even when you asked me to do some assignments, I owe you a short, holy shit. But even when you asked me to do some stuff, how does it sound? And I've never lied to you, but like if to Discord, for example, how does it sound when motherfuckers were like, next time, perfect example. Remember when I posted on Twitter my LeBron shot froze? How does that sound when I tell niggas, yeah, I was watching that with my homeboys. I'm watching that with you niggas. Like, how does that sound? How does it sound when I tell niggas, yeah, I'm gonna play this drinking game at Mania, not with y'all though? Like, it's so fucking, it's so like odd. So I don't say that because that's a dick move. But at the same time, in my IRLs, granted, they drag the fuck out of it. I know they're not that pussy. But if I really started ghosting these niggas just for Discord, that'd be odd too. So it's It's tough trying to balance real life and virtual life. I'm glad you brought up the fact that it's a little hypocritical when people push that on me, but I take responsibility in the sense at some way, shape, or form. If I'm gonna talk about, hey yo, the community don't fuck with me,
oh shit,
have to take those steps forth. Now, right now, I've made the irresponsible solution of not giving a fuck. I do need to give a fuck. I like that. That's just blunt. I do need to ultimately care that the community does not care about me. I should not be copacetic with being fourth in host of the year. If I'm not fourth in host of the year, it's just TSO niggas. So I should not be copacetic with the fact that, yo, in hindsight, you take away like every person with TSO in their name, every person that follows me on my other platforms, no shot I win host of the year. Shouldn't be cool with that. But I also don't want to completely alter my lifestyle that I'm living right now. Not that I'm fucking endless bitches. I ain't had a hug since second grade. Not that I'm the most famous motherfucker. Not that I have uber amounts of friends, but I just enjoy living life. I do.
Now that's fair, because I've honestly experienced even some of the pushback that you receive from a different perspective. Like specifically because I live with my girl. She comes home at around 5, right? And before, when I used to live in Rhode Island, when I had a place by myself, when we were long distance, yo, bro, I was in the Discord at 2 a.m. You know what I'm saying? Like I was in the Discord, you know, when the games were on, in the watch parties. But then when we started living together, I had to make a decision. When she comes home, do I stay in Discord and on Twitter Spaces and play games and watch, you know what I'm saying, watch TV with y'all, watch videos with y'all, or do I spend time with my girl who just got back from work, you know what I'm saying, worked for like 8 hours, busted her ass off, and do I spend actual IRL quality time with her? I've personally chosen to spend time with her, but now, you know, looking at the Discord, it seems like I'm not as active. But it's like I try to be active just before 5 p.m. All right, like once the clock strikes 5, whoop, I'm off. Yeah. I'm off, bro. So I get it, man. I get it, man. But it is what it is. It is what it is.
I'll figure it out, bro. I'll figure it out. Someone in your chat asked me, "Do I even want to win host of the year?" This is where I fear one day the off air niggas, aka Souls, Almar, Damo, feel I don't care, because I do care. But truthfully, host of the year, I don't care. I want the pod to do good. I don't give a fuck. At this point, I'm already started from the bottom. I don't give a fuck if I stay there. I don't give a fuck if for the rest of our days, I truly don't. If niggas want Click on instead or Dom on instead. I've already seen those comments or whatever. I don't care. I want the pod to not be negative. Damn it. I want to hit 200K. I want a gold plat. Like that's all I want. Do I care about host of the year? No. I do think it should go to the right person. I'm not gonna say who my vote is now, but I do think we should make sure we're voting for the right person.
I personally don't care as well. I think it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying, LeBron on the Lakers now. Like, I had my time. You see what I'm saying? Like, I went to Miami and got my ring. It's time to come back home to Cleveland and let Kyrie be Kyrie. You see what I'm saying? Let Kevin Love be Kevin Love. And, you know, I'm trying to think of the third star, but, you know, let Anthony Davis be Anthony Davis. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've had my time. If anything, I'm rebuilding a platform right now by myself. So me being the host of the year for Let's Keep It a Buck.
Though. You got a case.
But I mean, I've stepped it up with the funnies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got a hell of a case. The reason why I'm out is because ultimately I'm not as extreme as you niggas. Someone in chat said the word extreme. I'm not gonna go to their logic on the word, but I'm talking about in general. I'm not gonna go up in thug shape. I'm like, at this point, one part of my character on the pod, if it has to be anything, is that I'm hilariously so hetero, it's annoying. Like I will not do no levels of such shit. At this point, it's a bit behind it because I'm not that hey yo type shit. I don't really care. But yeah, I just won't do any of that extreme shit. Like I won't say a sus joke. I won't thug shake. I won't sing songs I don't give a fuck about. I won't care about your stories on your Q&As. I'll laugh you out. People got mad at me for doing that. I thought that's what y'all wanted. But yeah, it's shit like that. It's shit like that.